Yo guys, I was hoping I'll never have to come back to this comment, but here we are. So someone posted this when I made the video talking about how I wanted to donate blood in the Netherlands because I just felt like I want to do something to help people with sickle cell because those people need blood transfusions regularly, and black blood is more compatible, or blood from someone with an African descent is more compatible most of the time with sickle cell patients' blood. So I went and signed up to do blood donation here in the Netherlands, and they said they had to because I grew up in Cameroon and I've visited Cameroon a few times since then, and I've gotten malaria a few times as well. They have to do some malaria tests to make sure that I don't have the parasite in my blood, which I understand as well, because if the parasite is in your blood, it can be transmitted to someone else. So I got the results back from St. Queen after 2 months of waiting. 2 months. This thing was supposed to take 2 weeks. It took 2 months. Anyways, I called at some point and they said the letter was coming between when I called and now it's been 1 month. Anyways, that's besides the point. But basically, they say my blood test was positive for malaria antibodies. So it means the antibodies simply mean that you have been in contact with the malaria parasite. So whether you are still infected like actively with the malaria parasite or it's been like months or years ago, you could still have the antibodies in your blood. It means your immune system, your body is fighting a malaria parasite now or has fought the malaria parasite in the past, right? So that's normal for people who have been in touch with the parasite. But of course, we know from research that this antibody test can be positive years after your infection, right? So it says nothing about whether or not you have an active infection, but you could have an active infection. But if you've not been to a malaria area in years, like I have, the last time I was in Cameroon, which is the only malaria place I've visited, last time was 2023, February of 2023. Now we are in February, end of February of 2025, so 2 years after, and the chances of there still being an active parasite in my body is really low. But based on that, and because they are not sure if I have an active parasite or not, even though they know that the last time I was in Cameroon was 2023, because they are not sure, they cannot allow me donate, which some part of me gets. I'm like, you don't want to take the risk. If you're not sure, then don't do it, because maybe some things can go wrong. Some things have gone wrong in the past. But it's just quite striking to me because I think about this and I'm like, people with sickle cell need blood, right? People are willing to donate blood. But if you're like me, and I'm not even average in that regard, but if you go back home, and home as in the continent, if you go to like the Africans who live here, if they go back home regularly or they go to visit family like once a year or once every 2 years and they get bitten, because if you get bitten, you don't necessarily need to have symptoms. The parasite gets in your blood. You just have the parasite in you and your body makes antibodies and you don't notice anything from the outside. So if you're one of those people who just gets bitten and has the parasite in them, then you basically can really almost never donate blood, which is quite striking to me, because then just a bunch, like a huge chunk of the population that might want to donate but just cannot donate blood. Like this person, for example, who said if they had it 3-4 times, they have a lifetime ban. Yeah, I'll be banned in Belgium for like this lifetime and the next, which is quite interesting. But I'm curious, like, are there some of you Africans who are living in the Netherlands or people from other parts of the world where malaria is so prevalent who have been able to donate, like who visited their home country like 2 years, 3 years ago, but had a negative test? Like, what are some of your experiences? Because I can donate plasma, which I'm still going to donate because I really want to just do something. I can donate plasma. I don't know how much plasma actually helps sickle cell patients. I don't think it does that much. But I'm still going to donate because I just want to do something with regards to that. But I'm just curious if, for example, in a year's time, if I go and do the test again, I mean, I'm going to Cameroon soon, so it does not really count because I'll be back and then the whole thing continues again. So I have to like stay away from Cameroon for like 5 years or 6 years or something. But I'm curious if people have experiences where they've stayed away from a long time and actually have a negative test, because this test can be positive for up to like 5 years or 10 years, which is quite demotivating. But please, what are some of your experiences? If you have any, please feel free to share because I'm curious.